Do you know the sins of the Igbo man in Nigeria today? Do you know why the Igbos are marginalized in Nigeria today? Do you know why other tribes do not want to support the Igbo cause? It is as a result of the 1966 coup. But thank God today, the truth has finally come out. This is one of my happiest days in life. IBB debunks Igbo coup. 1966 not Igbo coup. Kaduna Nzeogwu, more of Hausa, IBB. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, let us see the full list of the 1966 coup plotters and their ethnicities. 1. Major Chukwuma Nzeogwu, Igbo. 2. Major Adewale Adeyemoga, Yoruba. 3. Major E. Ifajuna, Igbo. 4. Captain G. Adeleke, Yoruba. 5. Captain Gibson Jaro, Bari. 6. Captain Swanto, Middle Belt. 7. Lieutenant Faro Oyewale, Yoruba. 8. Lieutenant R. Ebinko, Isan. 9. Lieutenant T. Castina, Hausa Fulani. 10. Lieutenant O. Olayemiyan, Yoruba. 11. Lieutenant Hope Ehaha, Urobo. 12. Lieutenant Dang Warebo, Ijo. 13. Second Lieutenant Saleh Dambo, Hausa. 14. Second Lieutenant John Atom, Tiv. Out of the 14 of them, only 2 were Igbos, but the Nigerian government tagged it an Igbo coup. Do you know why? Before you answer or not, let me also say that Nzeogwu's man, Major Adeyemoga, Yoruba, wrote the book, Why We Struck. Have you asked yourself why the Yoruba man was the person that wrote the book? Why is it that it is only Nzeogwu's video that we are seeing out there? Where are the videos of Ademola even after the war? Okay, let us hear from IBB. General Ibrahim Babangida, in his recently released autobiography, A Journey in Service, has stated that the 1966 coup in Nigeria, often referred to as the Igbo coup, was not ethnically motivated against any particular group. His account challenges the long-standing narrative by clarifying that the coup involved officers from various ethnic backgrounds, including Major Kaduna Nzeogwu, who was not culturally Igbo. The revelation has sparked discussions on the historical inaccuracies and ethnic injustices faced by the Igbo community. I know some ethnic bigots will be upset that IBB debunked the Igbo coup narrative. Okay, let us refresh their memories. Adeyemoga wrote a book called Why We Struck, and he also said it was not an ethnic coup. Adeyemoga was not an Igbo man. The truth is bitter. Why We Struck was released in 1981. Facts are scared. Sentiment is free. Babangida was right. It was not an Igbo coup. So there was nothing like Igbo coup. After all, IBB in his book stated the Igbo coup was a false narrative. The injustice Nigeria has done to the Igbos is more than enough. And up till today, they prevent an Igbo man from being a president based on lies. Enough is enough. Now let us hear from IBB properly. A young officer and a gentleman. Elsewhere, as a young officer who saw all this from a distance, probably ethnic sentiments did not drive the original objective of the coup plotters. For instance, the head of the coup plotters, Major Kaduna Nzeogwu, was only Igbo in name. Born and raised in Kaduna, his migrant parents were from Opanam in today's Delta State, which in 1966 was in the old Midwestern region. Nzeogwu spoke fluent Hausa and was as Hausa as any. He and his original team probably thought, even if naively, that they could turn things around for the better in the country. That said, it was humorously callous for Nzeogwu to have murdered Sir Ahmadu Bello and his wife, Hassatu, because not only were they eminently adored by many, but also because they were said not to have put up a fight. From that moment, the Pucci was infiltrated by outsiders to its supposed original intention, and it took on an unmistakable ethnic correlation, compounded by the fact that there were no related coup activity in the eastern region. It should, however, be borne in mind that some senior officers of Igbo extraction were also victims of the January coup. For instance, my ex-wire commander at the Reconnaissance Squadron in Kaduna, Lieutenant Colonel Arthur Chinyerem Udegbe, was brutally gunned down by his own brother, Major Chris Anuforo, in the presence of his pregnant wife at his 7-Point Road residence in Apapa for merely being a threat to the revolution. As a disciplined and strict officer who, as the Quartermaster General to the army, was also in charge of ammunition, weapons, equipment, vehicles, and other vital items for the army, the coup plotters feared that he might not cooperate with them. It should also be remembered that some non-Igbo officers like Major Adewale Adeyemoga, Captain Ganiu Adeleke, Lieutenant Fola Oyewale, and Olafimiha took part in the failed coup. Another officer of Igbo extraction, Major John Obienu, crushed the coup. Those who argue that the original intention of the coup plotters was anything but ethnic refer to the fact that the initial purpose of the coup plotters was to release Chief Obafemi Awolowo from prison. This is amazing. It was from IBB's autobiography, A Journey in Service. This is awesome. I am very happy. Do you know why? The Igbos have finally been vindicated. The Igbos are vindicated. You know, every day you keep on hearing 1966 coup was Igbo coup. That the Igbos did it to eliminate some Northerners. But you can see, thank God, IBB is from the North. IBB is not an Igbo man, and he is a Muslim. He has given account of what happened. If you think it is not true, you can come up with your own. But IBB is a non-Christian and a Muslim. He is from the North. He has finally vindicated the Igbos. You know, from the beginning, I told you guys that why the Igbos were marginalized, the sins of the Igbos, why other tribes never wanted to support the Igbos was as a result of the coup of 1966. Since then, the Igbos have been labeled, and that was what led to the Civil War or the Biafran War. In fact, the Igbos were nowhere to be found in the things of this country today. But thank God, because whenever you hear a Northerner, a Yoruba man, whenever they are talking, they say the Igbos are never to be trusted, that the Igbos are saboteur, that the Igbos are this, that the Igbos are that. But thank God, IBB has finally came out with his book, A Journey in Service, which is an autobiography of what actually happened. This is from an unbiased perspective. So if you think what he is saying is opposite, you can bring your own biography or autobiography. IBB has spoken. What do you think? Drop a comment for me. Let us discuss.